Hello there and welcome to another live chapter reading for Itsy Bitsy Book Bits. Today I shall be reading from Boss's Vendetta, Sicilian Gods, Book 1 by Via Marie. Chapter 1. When one of our own has been caught in a crossfire of the Larussio crime war, you should be very fucking afraid. I may not have been there to see the lives of those responsible snuffed out, but I'm a dark son of a bitch who gave that order because no one messes with my family or their loved ones. I burst through the doors of urgent care with vengeance in my heart. My cousin is holding his future wife's hand as the physician takes her vitals and speaks with Giovanni. She's lucky to be alive after what those bastards did. My jaw tightens and I run my hand through my hair with all the pent-up anger I feel. And if the traitorous cousin who was sworn to protect our family just like Giovanni and me wasn't already dead, I'd strangle him with my bare fucking hands. I stalked towards my family with my heart pounding in my chest. How is she? Giovanni looks like he just got hit by a truck. The shock of almost losing the love of his life and their unborn child chiseling a look of deadly determination all over his face. She and the baby will be okay. He may be the cool, calm and collected one of our family, but the rage in his eyes right now is something I've never seen before. Serena's physician turns to me, her eyes sharp and accusing, like somehow I'm responsible for the mayhem that has erupted in her clinic. You can't just burst in here like that. You could cause either of the ladies to scare as they come into consciousness, and we need to keep Serena calm. She is with child. Dr. Polento turns from us to finish her exam, before wrapping the stethoscope round her neck. Serena will be waking up shortly. Anyone who's not family should vacate the room so she's not overwhelmed. I don't want her blood pressure any higher than it is. She gives me another pointed look, checking to make sure I got the non-too subtle hint. Yeah, I got the message, honey. I give her my best fake smile and fall into my most professional persona, because moving in the upper social circles is an expectation these days. At dinner at one of the city's most exclusive restaurants with an expensive as hell bottle of Italy's finest red, is where all the gun sales, negotiations, bribery and dirty deals are sealed. So I know how to be a fine, upstanding citizen when necessary. I give the irritating blonde a quick perusal. I'm family and the godfather to their child. I smirk, not missing the raised eyebrows of my cousin, since we haven't even talked about that yet. Dr. Polento purses her pretty lips. I guess you can stay, but take care not to scare her. She whistles around the table like a mother hen guarding her chicks for a few more minutes, and then heads to the other side of the room to talk with our security guy whose girlfriend was caught in the crosshairs of it all. My eyes follow the sway of her ass as she swishes across the room before I turn back to Giovanni. Oh, she's intense. He doesn't answer. He's watching Serena carefully, and her head starts moving from side to side as she takes a large gulp of air. Gio, they're here. We're both probably thinking the same thing, but Giovanni's the first to say it. I want that son of a bitch dead. Now. It's not the time or the place to tell him it's already been ordered. Probably already been carried out, because there was no way after what they did that any of those fuckers were walking away from this alive. You take from a Larussio, you kidnap someone that you cares about, and we will put you in the fucking ground. I work over to see for myself that our security team and Serena's friend are doing well, and then pace the rage continuing to build. The other cousins and great uncle may think that since we found the ladies, our traitorous cousin is dead, and the scum that he was working for was shanked in his jail cell at my order. Everyone will be safe. But I know different. The Larussio Casino and Resort was built on the finest piece of property on the Strip, a fuck you Vegas style to the other families who use the desert playground to line their dirty pockets, especially to one family in particular who currently covets the city's throne. They know it, and so do I. The only one who doesn't seem to know it is Uncle Carlos. Why he thought he could build something so magnificent, drive all the high roller action to this club, and it not be seen as an overt act to take over the city is beyond me. You have to protect your interests twice as hard these days when every other crime family out there is battling for the same territory or waging war to seize control. Sure, it might have always been that way, but the families are smaller these days, which means more extended families like cousins, more divisions, and more rival everything, all fighting for that elusive position at the top. We might have just outmanoeuvred these bastards in combat, but the war is far from over, and right around the corner will be another one of far greater proportions, because you don't just waltz into Vegas and settle into another mafia family's territory without reprisal. But yeah, that's exactly what we did. Serena becomes more distraught as she remembers more and more. I head over to her and Giovanni, unable to miss her accusation. Damn it, we were just having girl time in our own house. Is this why you make me wear a tracker? She has tears in her eyes and my jaw tightens with the knowledge that it's always going to be this way for her. As the wife of a mafia boss, she's always going to be a target. We were all lucky this time, and every fucking one of us knows it. Because if they hadn't gotten her to their lair, she would have been sent back to us piece by piece until they got what they wanted, or we put them in the ground. Giovanni pulls her to his chest and she sobs against him. Her physician turns away from her other patients, excuses herself and walks towards us, glowering at me the entire way. She is distraught. Why? My eyes narrow at the blonde. What do you think? Well, clearly because some lunatic has just kidnapped her. Dr. Polento glares up at me with flashing blue eyes and tosses her long blonde ponytail before pushing up the sleeves of the white Henley she's wearing underneath red scrubs. She raises Serena into a sitting position and is giving her another once-over when more of our security arrive. Some heading towards the rest of their team, while Antonio, Giovanni's private guard, walks over to us. He looks down at Serena's tear-stricken face. I am so goddamn sorry. We never realised that gas was filling the room until it was too late, Antonio says. It's not your fault and it doesn't even matter, because time and time again they will come for us, and time again the family will outsmart them. The Larussos will always win, Serena says, taking me and my cousin by complete surprise, as her petite blonde physician glares up at me like I'm the fucking cause. This doctor may be hotter than fuck, even with her crumply clothes and ponytail, but I've had just about enough of the attitude. I'd like a word with you in private, Dr. Polento, I tell her, spinning on a heel and walking into the hallway. She doesn't make me wait, and when I turn around, she's still watching me with those deep-set blue eyes, her mouth set in a grim line. I don't know what your problem is, but I don't appreciate the attitude, especially after a night like tonight. Her blue eyes bore into me. What? Every night isn't like this? Filled with violence and bloodshed? It sure feels that way lately. Look, lady, I'm about to set the fuck straight, but Giovanni taps me on the shoulder and gestures for me to follow him through the door. We'll finish this conversation later, I tell the doctor, who shrugs at me and swishes her way back to her patients. The waiting room's empty. No one is filling this urgent care up except the Larussos tonight. He slumps into a chair in a remote corner of the open concept space. Private, but where we can see all the traffic to and from the casino down the long tiled hall. His dark eyes, so much like my own, are filled with keen focus. I'm out. My eyebrows raise in question. I never wanted to be next in line as Don. This shit is your world, Salvatore. Serena and my unborn child are mine. I won't put them in danger again, no matter how strong she is. I'll manage the casino and all our global enterprises. Then things will be the way they should have always been. Great Uncle will want you to step into the role of next in line as Don. I hope you enjoyed the chapter reading and that you'll go check out the book. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.